Okay, so one of the first things you're going to need to get are some embroidery hoops, and these are really pretty expensive. You can get them at a fabric store, quilting store, craft store. I mean, gosh, even probably at your local super department store. I won't name any names, but they're pretty widely available. A couple bucks. The thing is, though, is you don't want to buy just any old embroidery hoop, and I'm going to kind of tell you what some of the pros and cons are. Well, first of all, obviously you're going to want a hoop that's large enough for the image that you're going to be doing. And if you're going to be doing, T-shirts, a hoop like this is a pretty good size. I mean, this is maybe a 13-inch hoop. I don't know, 13, 14-inch. You get much smaller than this, and there's a couple of problems. One is you'll be limited in the size of image you can do. But the other has to do with the squeegee. And we're going to talk about the squeegee later. But the squeegee is a tool you use to force the ink or the paint through the screen that you're going to make. And you want to make sure that your hoop is bigger around than your squeegee and that you have a fair amount of kind of play you can do with the squeegee throughout it. Okay, so if I had a hoop much smaller than this for this squeegee, they won't really work well together. Okay, so that's one consideration, is size. Big enough for your image and big enough for your squeegee. The second thing is also you kind of want your hoop to be pretty heavy duty. So here's two kinds of hoops. This is kind of a thick one, and it has kind of a screw through it, and I guess a wing nut here that kind of keeps it together. This is a pretty nice heavy duty hoop. There are other ones you can get that are a little bit wimpier, and you might be able to make them work. This is a lot thinner. It just kind of has this one sort of screw thing here to kind of keep it together. I prefer a more robust kind of heavy duty hoop because you do need to stretch that fabric tight, especially if you're going to be making several copies of it. So those are kind of the considerations: size, strength and durability, and even like a really nice hoop like this, you're only going to spend a couple bucks for, and that's definitely a lot cheaper than buying a full-on screen for traditional screen printing.